So hi guys, I'm here with Arjan, and maybe you can quickly introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Arjan Tijms. I'm a developer. I'm the director of Omnifish, and I'm the Java champion and a long-time Jakarta EE expert.
Cool, yeah, thank you so much. And we were just talking about sharing, and I think he has a really interesting perspective on it. So
So what I've seen a lot of time in companies is that there's like really smart people working there. I've worked with a lot of smart people, and they like really know their stuff. They're like working on problems. They're solving issues. But one thing they don't do so much, and it's hard for them, is to actually share whatever they find with the world. So a couple of times I've been working with people, and they're like complaining about something maybe. But not that long ago, something about long-running actions, and people are like, we can't be the first to have solved this problem. There must be people out there having the same issue. So they look on the internet, they don't find anything. They get a bit like annoyed. But why am I the only one? And then I tell them, you're probably not the only one. There are like hundreds of people out there solving the exact same thing. But what they don't do is they don't share it with the world. They don't write a blog posting about it. They don't create issues. And they feel it's not their thing to do. So whenever you can, and you solve like a problem, it's generic, it's something you think could be of use to the rest of the world, just share it. Put it out there, write a blog post, and let people know what you've done.
yeah, I totally agree with you. I think especially in open source, it's really difficult to get people to contribute. Maybe not only in ways of contributing code, but people often don't see like writing a good issue doesn't seem like a contribution to a lot of people, but it really is. As open source maintainers, we know how it is to. But we really appreciate how much worth there is if you have an issue that is well described, has maybe a reproducible example to it. It really can change, the way that people can use that to do open source contributions. I really feel like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like people should definitely do it more. And I feel like a lot of people don't know how valuable this is. But also, I feel like it's very important. I remember I was fixing a bug in Angular at some point because we were having an issue at our company. And I found at some point there was a issue on the Angular tracker. It was open for like 5 years. And there were like 50 comments of people like shouting all the time, like, oh, when is this going to get fixed? This is annoying, this is blocking me. And nobody's fixing it. And then I, took the time, I fixed it. And I was, for me, it's such a great feeling to know that I was able to help so many people with my change that I made.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's a good thing. You get a good feeling out of it. You help a lot of other people. You help yourself too, because like you contribute a fix to a product. And you don't have to maintain that fix yourself. So sometimes you see people like forking an open source project and making the fix there and don't contribute it back because they think they're not good enough or that their contribution is too low quality. But that's not the case. Like open source developers are just developers like you, me, and like everybody. We're not better, we're not smarter, we're not more intelligent. We're just doing open source. That's the only difference. And whenever you have something, you fix the bug, you fix the problem, just contribute it back. Like people can always reject it or give you comments, but at least try to do it. And probably they won't reject it. They won't give a lot of negative comments. They will be just like very happy that you fixed the bug, that you shared something with the world, and everybody would be happy, and the world will be a better place eventually.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. This was also my experience. A lot of people, they kind of fear doing their first contribution, but I can tell you they are more than happy to help you out or to accept your contribution because it's really rare that somebody does it, something like this. And also interestingly, I just remembered or thought like, I feel like probably a lot of people have an issue with imposter syndrome also in like, you mentioned like, you do something, but you feel like it's not good enough. I feel like that's also kind of the imposter syndrome that's speaking through, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, they think, oh, why, should I be the one to contribute it because, I don't know my stuff, but they probably do. They just don't realize it.
Yeah, of course, and that happens a lot. Like I still have the same thing. I've been like active in Java for 30 years. There was just this song on the conference about Java being 30, and I thought, oh my gosh, that means that I've been involved in development for at least 30 years. I still remembered when Java came out. It's crazy, but I still have this quite often. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like, okay, my contribution is maybe not fitting, but you have to just not think about that. Just go for it. Do the contribution. It's also very much in the spirit of open source. Open source lives and thrives by contributions. It's not a thing that's like free by itself, and that free as in gratis, as in free beer.
Free of charge, yeah.
Yeah, that's not the purpose of open source. And maybe too many people think about that, but it all depends on you giving back. So you take open source, you use it, you enjoy it, but you also give back to open source. So it's really like a two-sided benefit. You feel good about yourself, like you fix the issue, you share it with the world. And at the same time, you contribute back. You pay a little bit back for what you've taken for so long.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I was kind of curious, what would you say, what kind of advice do you have? I remember in my mentorings that I had at JCon now, I always heard like people tell me, oh, you know, I'm kind of afraid of doing open source contributions, or like, I have no idea how I would approach this. Like, what recommendations do you have like for someone that wants to start contributing to open source? How would you approach that?
Yeah, so if you just start, whatever personally bugs you, go for that. Like you use a library, there's something not working exactly right, or you have a real bug. Try to fix it. Just play with the code. That's the first step. So you don't even have to think about contributing back yet. If you're like really at the beginning of your career, of your open source journey, just download the source code, step through it, and that's like really the first step.
That's a good point. Interestingly, I practically say the same thing as you do. I only add sometimes also, I say, so if you have nothing that bugs you, because some people, you know, told me that afterwards, I tell them like, maybe go to some project that you really like and then look at what they have. Maybe look at their docs. Do you see, maybe you can go through the getting started guide, see like, is it maybe not up to date? Because that happens very frequently, right? Where you know things change very rapidly and you don't have the time to constantly try out the getting started and see does it still work.
Absolutely.
Especially if you at work try out a getting started guide of something and you notice there are errors, you know, please make sure to contribute that back. That is such an easy thing to do. It just takes, you know, seconds if you have a GitHub account usually. Most open source repositories make it very easy for you to contribute.
Yeah. So especially documentation can be like really easy. You don't even have to clone project quite often. You can just like edit it online and then get obsessed. You want to do a pull request from that, and then it's almost automatically done. It's quite simple.
Absolutely, and I can also recommend if you have, for example, I really like there are like so-called Hacker Garden events. It's like an open source event where everybody can host it that wants to, and there it's about all contributing to open source. Usually there are people that like contributing to open source and already did some contributions. Sometimes there are maintainers there, and you can then work in pairs to work on open source issues and to, you know, they can help you to essentially make your first open source contribution. Or I also feel like if you are not comfortable in a way, or maybe you're not sure if your approach that you want to take in an issue is right, feel free to just ask, you know, write in the issue, and I will tell you from my experience, most of the time people are very, you know, they really want to help you out. So if you write a message and you ask like, I don't see where this change would be, and then usually they point you in the right direction because they really want you to succeed.
Yeah,
and
that helps a lot. Like you create an issue with some problem, you say, okay, this and this doesn't work, or this and that doesn't work, and the people, the maintainers, will point you in the right direction. You say, like, I'm prepared to do a PR, but I'm looking for some help, and then they're like really happy that there is somebody out there to help them. Of course, what a lot of people also do, which is problematic or could be problematic, is when they just create an issue, they say something is not working, fix it or something like that, like a command. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Just be open, say like, I want to help you, I don't know how. How do we go from here?
Absolutely, I totally agree. And I think also we need to really make sure, I think this is an aspect that we mentioned during the mentoring multiple times. It was like, do not self-censor yourself in a way. Like if you have a feeling like you have something that you know you did, you know, feel free to share it. And if they if you submit it as a pull request, for example, they will tell you if they feel like it's not valuable or whatever, or like they will give you feedback on that. Don't think yourself before you do something. Oh, this is probably not good enough. Let them be the judge, essentially.
Yeah, just go for it. Of course, be prepared. It might be rejected. It may have nothing to do with your code. Could be that the project has already fixed it. It's on a different way. They have different plans. So maybe you move it a bit to the left, but people have already decided we need to go to the right, or in the middle, or somewhere. So the experience of doing the PR, of working with the code, is still valuable.
Totally, and I feel like one good way of preventing this, or what I've been doing a lot, is when you have an issue that you would like to work on in open source, it's always the best if you just write a comment and you ask like, oh, can I work on this? And usually they will tell you like, oh, no, sorry, we already internally assigned this to someone or something like that. Or, they will give you some feedback, or they will tell you like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And then, at least you don't have the problem that, for example, you have two people that are fixing the same issue at the same time, because that's obviously also something we don't want to have, because...
Yeah, that could occasionally happen indeed.
Right.
Okay, so to everybody, especially Jakarta EE here in the back, is very much looking for contributors. If you have anything to contribute, or if you would like to get involved with contributions, go to GitHub/Jakarta EE. You will find a lot of issues there where you can help with.
Sure, I'll also make sure to put it in the description so you can just check it out. And also, like, if people want to follow you, where is the place to reach you?
Okay, like I'm on GitHub, Arjan Tijms. You will find me quite fast if you want. I'm on Twitter too, or X these days. Same name, Arjan Tijms, and you can follow me and get up to date with all the advancements in Jakarta EE.
All right, great. Thanks so much for the time, and I will definitely also put some links there. Oh yeah,
Perfect.
great. So bye everyone.
Right, bye. Thank you.